Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we finally, we've been talking about this for a while, got a hotfix that addressed many of the modes in Hearthstone, making them a lot better. You might want to go check them out if you've been holding off. We'll get into that, as I also want to follow up on the Hearthstone Esports announcement of, well, is Hearthstone dying? Is it a dead game because they're dialing back the esports stuff? I'm going to give my take on it because I think a lot of people, at least on Twitter, I'm not seeing it so much in my YouTube comments, but on Twitter are kind of losing their minds over it. So I want to talk about that a little bit more. And before we get into all that, of course, if you feel like I've earned your subscription and you want to support the channel on our road to 69,420 subs, that would be awfully nice. Please hit that sub button down below, give the video a like, it helps the channel out a ton. So this hotfix has rolled out, it should be live wherever you are, patch 25.2.1, and it saw immediate updates to Battlegrounds. Of course, Battlegrounds gets fixed right away, unbelievable. But they did a bunch of changes there where Scabs, Tess, Illidan, and Tamsin have returned to the hero pool. They had to quickly remove them because there was bugs and problems, because of course there is. Murazon's been returned to the minion pool as well. They did some other stuff. I'll link this below if you want to check it out, but we don't really go super in detail about Battlegrounds on the channel. But overall, I have been enjoying the Battlegrounds update, by the way. The undead are fun, completely broken. They're trying to balance them a little bit here already. But overall, I kind of miss quests, and I mentioned that in the first update to it. I feel the same way, but I am having fun, and I do recommend checking it out. But the big stuff that we've been talking about for weeks, Arena, Malignant Horror, this stupid card over here that I actually drafted a Malignant Horror right before this patch went live. I finished with the last 12 wins little run. I think I got the screenshot of actually getting lethal with the Malignant. So I went out in style with the card. Yeah, I abused the hell out of that. So you can no longer draft it, but you can run into people that have drafted in the past, or if somehow you're able to discover it, it can be discovered, but no longer drafted. So, or you can no longer draft it. So that's a great thing. We've been wanting that. We'll have to see. See how the numbers play out. I still think Deathlight's going to be above and beyond the best class in Arena, but I don't think it'll be as oppressive. But they can make further adjustments as they go along. They want it to be good, right? In some modes. And I think with Malignant out, it should make Arena a lot better. They also boosted Warrior and Hunter, as they have been struggling quite a bit. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, if you've been avoiding the Arena, Malignant Horror has just been a terror. It's no longer there, so I recommend giving the mode a go. And also a big deal for Duels. Duels got an update, almost exactly what I wanted, almost. Tome Tampering and Shock Spitter, both banned from both deck building and buckets. Tome Tampering, just really abusable with Malchezaar's Imp, the Warlock hero that has the 1-mana hero power of discard a card. Really, discard Warlock was busted, gross. So that's good. And Shock Spitter was really abusable, especially with Bran, all that. You could track it, get it really easily, and just do really gross stuff. So that's really good to see. And Cold Beat Pact passive has been moved to an ultra rare. It's a passive based on corpses, where you basically get infinite stats as long as you don't spend corpses. It gets bigger and bigger. But to me, the big miss so far is Bitter Cold. That was a really good passive for the Frosty K. I was surprised to see that one not addressed, but overall, big improvement. So if you've been frustrated with Duels as well, get in there. These are almost all the changes I've been asking for. So really happy to see that. And there were some bug fixes. The new Omen Demon Hunter, apparently that skin made it so you couldn't play Odd Demon Hunter. It stopped upgradable hero power. Okay, so that was kind of weird. Sun Fury Clergy no longer has a rush, which kind of sucks because it was a really good Arena. That buff was super relevant in Arena. Still a decent Arena card, but the rush, I think I drafted a Varian, and it would draw the Sun Fury because it was a rush minion. It was so stupid. But yeah, it was also pretty, it's a necessary fix. You can't just randomly buff cards, although it'd be kind of nice. And yeah, they fixed a bug with some stuff with Hematology hero power. Always assume the player player had 3 unspent corpses. So I think that's the Scarlet hero power, is a lot less bugged and not just doing ridiculous things. So yeah, they adjusted some bugs, they fixed some stuff. I think the Magister's Apprentice is still a 2-3, but overall, a much needed hotfix. And check out the modes, because I've basically been saying stay away. Well, I think you could give it a go and see how it's going. But the other big thing was the esports announcement, right? The Hearthstone esports cutting down things. And I just had a lot of people asking me, like, is this like HOTS, right? HOTS, they got into esports and the game basically died not long after. But Hearthstone's a different thing. It's been around for like 10 years. It's a game that, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's doing relatively well. And even this last year has seen growth. And I wanted to go over why I think it got cut. And the reason being, it just doesn't do much for Blizzard anymore. Like, I whenever I cover esports on this channel, it does terribly. People don't care. And you look at the numbers. These are the Hearthstone World Championship numbers. Yeah, they used to bring in hundreds of thousands of viewers. When it was on Twitch, the YouTube move had something to do with it going down, but let's be real, it wasn't all YouTube. It was the Masters Tour, like the whole Grandmaster stuff, and also the way the game is. It's just a lot more about casual, having fun, dumb stuff all the time. It's not a super competitive game anymore, and the numbers are down. And the thing that I think they probably realized over at Blizzard, sales have not correlated with this drop at all. All that money they cut out of esports, right? All of that hasn't really resulted in them losing a lot of money. These numbers have gone down. Hearthstone numbers have gone down, of course, but not in correlation with that. So to me, the esports stuff getting cut down is more just an indication of they think their money can be spent better elsewhere. I don't even know if it means cutting costs. It led me to tweeting this out, basically saying, is Hearthstone esports dead? Probably. It's pretty rough. Basically, there's no money. There's really almost no reason to play outside of it being your hobby. Is Hearthstone dying? Not at all. I think people on here, and I'm referring to like the pro player scene, Twitter, it's what I see a lot of. It's a very small circle, but it's a very loud circle on Twitter, overvalue what esports does for the current game. The average player doesn't even know about esports. When I told you guys about World Championships and Bunny Hopper winning, almost nobody even knew what was going on this weekend. And by me just saying that Bunny Hopper is the current world champion, I probably informed a lot of you that Bunny Hopper is the current world champion. Like, I feel like it's not like it used to be at all back in the day. They just play Hearthstone because it's a fun game. And what esports is at the end of the day is a marketing tool. They don't make money off of it. Basically, it's like Disguised Toast asking here, how do esports orgs actually make money? With Brian Kibler responding trick questions. They don't. They lose money. It's all about marketing. It's all about promotion. You're promoting a product. For Hearthstone, it's promoting the game. They've seen these numbers drop. They've seen their sales this year go up. Numbers have gone up. They even said that during Athria. They're putting more content out than ever. We had a huge Battlegrounds patch, we had the Lich King, brand new class revealed, more stuff than ever. And I just feel like this is just something they don't value anymore. And it sucks because people in the esports scene are great and it's something fun to cheer for and look for. But overall, the average player just doesn't care and it's not bringing in extra money. So I had Jack ask me here, don't you think it reflects on the economic state of the game? Tons of companies are doing layoffs right now too. I wouldn't be surprised if Blizzard wants to cut costs big time. Staff could be next. Unfortunately, once the spirit for the game leaves, it's all over. And I'm just like, I don't even know if this is them cutting costs. It could simply be putting funds where they see as better use. Esports have not been generating a ton of interest for a while, so they could just be amping up something else. It's impossible to know. And I could be totally wrong. Maybe this is the end of days. Maybe Hearthstone, it's bleak, it's bad, esports dying and all of that. But to me, there's no way of knowing unless you're behind the scenes. And I gotta say, when Ridiculous Hat references my take on his podcast, which I think they probably pretend I don't even exist, as well, it is a bit honest. It's a little weird. I feel like, I don't know, maybe we're on to something. I think I'll try and screenshot it. My top comment on my video yesterday was basically saying that it's not even a big loss. Nobody even cares. So I'm curious what you guys have to think about it. I do think it sucks it's being downplayed and it might be leaving overall after this year. At the end of the day, Take a look at a game like Marvel Snap, which doesn't even have an official leaderboard. You can't even have a friend on your friend list to invite and play a game. And that game's doing great despite all of its like monetization issues and all of that. A lot of these companies, I think, are realizing that esports, it doesn't bring in money. And as a marketing tool, it doesn't even seem to be bringing butts into the tavern, I guess. And I think a lot of them are just realizing maybe they're wanting to cut ties with it. It's unfortunate, but it might just be the harsh reality of the business world. Again, we'll see as the years or the months go on. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.